full of enthusiasm when the party was started. You felt that it was your personal cause, right?
Yes.
So, having to back out now, what are your thoughts and where does the party move on from here?
Naturally, it is, of course, slightly disappointing for any politician to have to back down from participating in an election, which is supposed to be what we're waiting for every 5 years. But as I have said, and our party does feel strongly, would be that we have to put national interest before party and individual interest. And in this situation where Singapore is at its crossroads, national interest would be political development. Political development would be actual progress made by the opposition. Actual progress being made by the opposition can only happen if we do not split the opposition vote. So that part is clear to our party, that part is clear to me. So I have decided to take that position, and I will not regret sitting out this round because of the circumstances.
Is the party going to be doing any kind of support for the other parties during this election? What is it going to do?
We would need to evaluate after Parliament is dissolved and what comes out on nomination day, because at this present moment we do have we have taken a position, but the entire battlefield of the elections is not clear yet. We have some parties which we feel comfortable with, and we also have some parties which we are not as close with. Now, if certain parties are in fights with three-corner fights with certain other parties, will be placed in the position of having to side one against the other. I think that may be a bit uncomfortable for the party.
So which parties are these that you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with?
I think that part we will not reveal.
You think you support the parties that you're comfortable with?
Yes, but let's say that if two parties that we're comfortable with end up in a multi-corner fight, then I think it will be a bit embarrassing for everybody to be seeing us throw weight behind certain parties and not others.
But you won't rule out supporting...
We won't rule out supporting other parties, yes.
Okay, but what kind of support are you going to give? Is it going to be volunteers? Is it going to be...
I think the party will decide in time to come. It would be manpower support. That would be the position.
Did you already have a manifesto which you were about to share with us before this decision was made?
We have actually enumerated our party's objectives and our party's ideology on our website, and when we announced the party, we have not completed the manifesto as yet, but we also feel that it is not appropriate and it's not time for us to produce any manifesto because we are not in the running for more than a couple of seats. So it would be actually ill-timed and inappropriate for a small party to do so.
How many members you have existing?
We have around 20 members.
Question, Mr. Chia.
Yes.
Is it your party's position to urge the other party, I believe NSP, to not nominate for the Mountbatten constituency where Mr. is intending to contest?
No, it is not our party's position to urge because we've already gone through that. They have stated that they are not backing down. We are deciding very clearly that on the basis that they are not stepping down, we are not going in for a three-corner fight. But we have accepted one of the options which our chairman proposed, as in if something happens to the candidate of NSP by way of family pressure or last-minute decision not to contest, then he's free to enter Mountbatten. But what we're trying to convince the rest of the opposition is that there's more to it than contesting elections. Some semblance of sensibility must be shown in this election.
Going back to what you said about SDA, so Socialist Front has had the agreement with SDA. So would you be encouraging Mr. Ng to go to SDA to contest in the GRC?
Certainly, he would have our blessings.
But have you asked him to?
We have broached the option to him.
And what did he say?
He has expressed that he has expressed that he is not very keen to do so.
Did Mr. Ng tell you the issues in the campaign for his election?
Well, he has shared some of this with the party, but I think at this present moment, it would not be for me to say what are his likely campaign issues.
Mr. Chia, would you kindly shed some light into this aspect that we have so many parties in Singapore contesting. When there's a street corner, somehow uniquely Socialist Front is adopting this unique attitude of backing up to give the opportunity to any other party who wants to contest, instead of at least take one SMC to let Chairman Mr. Ng contest.
I think
how come it's just instead of going forward is to just back out. I don't see any other party doing that.
Well, we decided not on the basis of party pride or individual pride. We decided on the basis of past opposition level of support being in the region of 30 to 40%. We figured out that, assuming that doesn't change, more than one opposition candidate in the picture will either result in some opposition parties losing their deposit, or two, both opposition parties losing their deposit, or three, the actual real prospect of the PAP retaining the seat without any difficulty.
Earlier the question was also asked, could you describe the relationship with Mr. Ng now, because he has not turned up for the official party press conference. How would you describe the relationship with him?
I would say that things have taken a more colder tone, but we are nevertheless hopeful that we are confident that things will work out at the end of the day.
Is it true that there's also personal disagreements, personal issues that is at the heart of this cold relationship with you and...
I think there is no relevance relating to personal matters in a decision like this, because this was actually debated and decided by the committee on the reasons that were deliberated and disclosed to you.
So you're saying there's nothing personal in the...
No, there's nothing personal.